All right, let's take a closer look at the numbers, the tail of the tape for our first fight of the Bellator 289 prelims.
And you take a look at both young fighters, but you can see a lot more experience in the cage at a younger age for Jared Scoggins at 27 compared to Cass Bell at 35.
For the first time tonight, let's hear the dulcet tones of Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Mohegan Sun Arena as we kick things off tonight here at the Bellator 289 prelims with 3 5-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. Introducing first, the blue corner. At 5'7", weighing in 135.2 pounds. His professional record, 10 wins, 2 losses. He fights out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, presenting Jared Psycho Scoggins. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'10", weighing in 136 pounds even as a professional. He brings 5 victories, 2 defeats. He fights out of Humboldt County, California. Introducing the mean green fighting machine, Cass Bell. In charge of the action, your referee, Brian Miner.
Cass Bell, head coach at Arcata High School, coaches the wrestling team there. Special shout out to his kids and for Scoggins. Well, this is something he has done his entire life. The first round is underway. 3 of Scoggins' 4 knockout wins have come in the opening round. Got his start in Kempo Karate, and you can see the stance showing signs of a karate background, John.
Yeah, absolutely. You see those hands are low, very Stephen Wonderboy Thompson-like, and he is from the same area. These guys have competed against each other, around each other. Him and his brother have been in the martial arts for their entire life, and man, I'll tell you what, when he gets going, look out.
For the 35-year-old Bell, striking still a work in progress. Southpaw launching the overhand left and willing to throw with Scoggins. So a nice early exchange here. Head kick by Scoggins, leg kick by Bell. So right from the opening bell, they go at it, John, as you would expect at 135 pounds.
That's what you would expect. But if you're Cass Bell, you have to be reasonable about what you have going on.
Well,
don't even worry about that.
Yeah, Bell looking to jingle Scoggins' bell with or bells with that errant shot. Just over a minute gone here in the opening frame. Southpaw Bell again feinting with that left kick. Scoggins' hands are low. Quick lead calf kick by Scoggins.
And if you're Cass Bell, you really want to start to look towards changing levels. It doesn't mean that you're going to get the takedown, but at least feint the change and make Scoggins have to at least think about what you are looking at it to do. Don't be in this, I'm going to be in a stand-up war with a stand-up guy.
Exchanging leg kicks. Bell wanting to get Scoggins to bite on his feints. Scoggins not doing so. Catches the kick, though, and looking to take Bell off his feet. Well defended by Bell as he's pinned up against the fence.
That was a nice job of catching the kick by Scoggins. Bell did a nice job. He didn't grab the cage. He pushed off it. He can do that. But if you're looking at this position right now, Scoggins has that nice underhook, but does he really want to take Cass Bell to the ground?
Yeah, Bell looking to frame there with the right arm as we near the midpoint of the first round. The body lock by Scoggins, overhooks by Bell, so they continue to jockey for position. Shoulder strike to the jaw by Scoggins, trying to get Bell to loosen his grip.
Scoggins doing a nice job with those shoulder shrugs and using his head as a third arm. You see him pushing that head to the side. Anytime you see Cass Bell's head going to the side, that's weakening him as a fighter. He's not near as strong.
Two minutes remain in the opening round, and Bell able to switch places with Scoggins.
And this is what when you start to play into the strength of your opponent, you're looking saying, why are you going to do that? I want to get separation from Cass Bell if I'm Jared Scoggins. I don't want to be in this grappling exchange.
Yeah, Bell's been wrestling since the 7th grade, coaching wrestling for 10 years, and Scoggins able to again put Bell's back to the fence.
There we go. Yeah.
Scoggins growing up in a family of fighters. His brother Justin, also a professional mixed martial artist. His other brother Jake, really the one who introduced him to the martial arts.
Chain whip.
And Bell talked about the advantages he would have, or the ones he would feel he would have against Scoggins. Being a Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, he feels that he is much stronger on the ground, but he's feeling the strength of Scoggins here in this clinch and unable to not only break the clinch, but take the fight to his preferred destination.
And the truth is, Scoggins has done a great job with that underhook. You look where he's at with his arms right here, that head position. He's able to land those short little elbow strikes. Everything he's doing is great. He's basically telling Cass Bell, hey, I'm not just a stand-up guy. I will grapple with you, and I will just systematically beat you down.
Keep working, guys. Let's go. Keep working. Go to the fence.
Referee imploring both athletes to keep working. Bell pleading his case, saying, hey, what do you expect me to do?
I expect you to get out. That's what I expect you to do.
And Bell trying to do that, lacing the leg. And now he's got those overhooks, but it's still there. They continue to reverse position, and with the final seconds counting down here in the first round, Scoggins and Bell remain attached to each other. Round number 2, John, the fights scored under the unified rules of MMA. A quick rundown of the criteria and how you scored the first round.
Well, that criteria is based upon effective striking or grappling. Which one took place more in that first round? And that was grappling. And if you take a look at the grappling that really occurred and the strikes, it was Jared Scoggins that should have won that round 10-9.
Muted offensive attack in that first frame after a frenetic start because of the clinch work of both Scoggins and Bell from a defensive position for the most part. And you heard Bell's corner, a nice counter left hand by Bell, but Scoggins fires off the body kick. They want him to find his range.
Yeah, they actually want him to stay at range, use his length, but the problem is...
Good counter takedown by Scoggins.
Right now, you see Cass Bell reaching over the top. He's not going to be able to hold that position, so what he wants to do is he's going to have to lace that arm underneath the head of Scoggins, start to get himself back towards his feet. If he can sit there and turn towards him, exactly what he's trying to do, it's going to help him, but it's not going to be easy for him. Nice job by Scoggins. He's putting a lot of pressure down under that arm, driving his head towards the canvas. And all Jared Scoggins needs to do is take his time in this position. He is in a great position right now. He's got those legs of Cass Bell where he wants him. His is the one that's actually controlling it. He's moving towards the arm triangle.
Nice reversal by Bell, back to his feet, knee, and Bell trying to take the back of Scoggins, but a good escape by Bell.
Very nice escape. He waited for Jared Scoggins to try to make that move to the side so he could get that arm triangle in place. As soon as he went to it, Cass Bell moved.
Yeah, Bell drags Scoggins to the mat.
And this is where Cass Bell should be trying to fight Jared Scoggins.
Blood on the face of Scoggins.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. Not sure if that was as they got up or what. But he's got a little cut, seems to be over his right eye.
Bell looking to pop his head out, improve position. Butterfly hooks employed here by Scoggins, looking to just control Bell, who's in top position, which again, we talked about. This is an area where Bell thought he would be the stronger of the two athletes. Midway point of the round and the fight.
You know,
Can opener by Bell, trying to break the grip.
You're not gonna, you use a can opener to break a closed guard. You don't use it when someone's got hooks in.
Unless you're Mark Kerr, maybe back in the day.
Well, maybe.
Just over 2 minutes left here in the second stanza, and it's Scoggins working from his back, controlling the posture of Bell.
And what you're seeing right now, Caspel needs to up that motion. All of the strikes and everything need to start coming into play. Don't sit here and just control the position. You want to damage him. You want to prove to the judges that you are trying to finish this fight.
High close guard employed by Scoggins. Winner of 5 of his last 6 fights, but again, an ignominious Bellator MMA debut, looking for the submission from the bottom. Jackhammer shots from Bell, creating some space from top position.
He should have held that space. When you got that posture and the ability to land big strikes, continue on, don't stop.
And now Scoggins is in even better position defensively because he's against the fence here in terms of trying to
get back to his feet.
Get back to his feet, correct. Although he's content to keep that closed guard while Bell tries to posture. A minute left in the second.
Scoggins, you can see, starting to get a little bit more tired from all of the motion, trying to create the angles you're seeing him in right now. Needs to be really careful of that right elbow of Caspel.
45 seconds remaining in the second. Bell working from top position. Scoggins keeping a tight guard, but Bell unable to maximize this top position, and now some short right strikes to the side of Scoggins' head.
See Scoggins with that right hand trying to control the head position of Caspel, keep him close so he can't land a big strike.
There's an elbow, couple of rights, and 10 seconds remaining in the second.
Beautiful job. Take a look at the right foot of Caspel, holding that left bicep.
Third and final round of this Bantamweight division battle between Jared Scoggins and Caspel, both looking to get back in the win column. Third and final round, they touch gloves. John both secured a takedown in the middle frame, with Bell out-throwing and outlanding Scoggins in that second stanza. How did it impact your unofficial scorecard?
Right now, I have this fight as even. It is at 19 apiece, and so if this is the round, it's going to make the decision for the judges, in my opinion. Both guys need to go after it and go after it with the intent on finishing.
Side kick delivered by Scoggins, and again, known for his kicking, although has been unable to deliver a lot in there. Nice job by Bell with the whizzer.
He's on the neck, but he's got that with the arm in. Not a good position for him to try to attack that guillotine right now. You see how Scoggins is blocking that right leg, making sure that he doesn't jump into guard, trying to pull him in.
2 of Bell's 3 submission wins are via guillotine choke. Last one against Isaiah Roca at Bellator 226 in September of 2019. He put him to sleep at 121 of the first.
We've seen that Caspel has good submission ability. The real, surprising part for me is how much Jared Scoggins is employing grappling in this fight against Caspel. But in the clinch work against the cage, he's been the superior fighter.
Scoggins looking to elevate Bell, take him down. Bell posts with his left arm.
You can see Bell's going to want to get that left leg free. He's going to swing it inside so he can put it to the ground. The worst thing he can do is allow Scoggins to keep this position right now and stay with his back on the fence.
Knee shield there.
Back all the way up on the fence.
2:45 left in the fight. And according to Big John McCarthy's unofficial scorecard, the fight very much hanging in the balance in this final frame. High guard employed by Bell, but wide base by Scoggins.
Toes out.
Just putting all of his weight on Bell, and the referee warning Bell to keep his toes from interlocking with the cage.
Well, Bell was trying to use that to be a pivot point so he could swing his body in for an armbar attempt.
He's trying to swivel his hips, but again, running out of real estate against the fence, but you've already mentioned it. Surprised at Scoggins' strategy in this fight.
Yeah, but like I said, up against the cage, he's been the superior fighter. Now in the top position here, using the cage to keep Caspel in this position. He's
controlling top position.
He's winning this round.
Yep, and elbow strikes. Fans getting restless here in our opener with Scoggins controlling Bell along the fence, just grinding away.
Bell needs to be really careful about giving it back
here
up. That leg is the only thing that's keeping him right now. He's got to keep that up.
And for Scoggins,
nice job of standing back up by Caspel.
4 knockouts, yet to record a submission win. So Scoggins again, Bell back to his feet. Bell has Scoggins on the fence now, minute 20. Bell opening up momentarily before clinching again. Scoggins with a knee, and Bell creating some space, underhook. Now it's Scoggins looking for the 10-finger guillotine.
Scoggins looking for that guillotine. He has the ability to make that happen if he get his legs engaged.
Looking for his first submission win.
He does not have it right now at all. He's got a hold of the head, but there is no ability for him to create enough pressure on a choke to stop Caspel. Caspel gets back.
Beautiful transition to Scoggins back. Less than a minute remaining in the fight. Can Bell maximize this position? Trying to put the hooks in. Well defended by Scoggins. 35 left on the fight.
Scoggins really trying to hold on to those wrists. Bell wants to get those hooks in so he can try to flatten him out.
Bell looking for the dramatic finish. Seconds continue to tick away, looking to put his arm under the neck, but well defended by Scoggins.
He's sliding
now he's sliding it in.
Look, 13 seconds, plenty of time.
Knee to the side of Scoggins' body. Caspel will finish the fight. Let's find out the official decision. Here is Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your 3 judges at cage side. Your first, Dave Peabody, scores at 29-28. He sees the fight for Bell. Your second judge, Michael Murtha, 29-28. He scores the fight for Scoggins. Your third and final judge at cage side, Dave Bruce, scores at 29-28. He sees it for the winner by split decision. The Mean Green Fighting Machine,